I want to ask you a question. Who's coaching you? Who's asking you the tough questions? Who's telling you, man, you're the common denominator to all of your issues and challenges? Who's telling you, man, all day long, you become the magnetic pulse that attracts to you both good and bad? I want to be your life coach. I want to be the one that cheers you on to the finish line. I want to be the one that you ask the tough questions. And it doesn't mean that I have all the answers, but that means that you have a partner, someone who believes in you, not the you see right now, but the you can't imagine, the you that you are to become, the you were destined to be. I always say we both need the positive and the negative. It's not enough to have the knowledge of the matter, but we must have the wisdom as well. For wisdom settles it. And that's what I want to offer you as you join me on the Coach's Corner. I want to offer you the wisdom of the matter. Maybe it might be relationships, talking about our campaigns for more, for life, the dark room for our subconscious, our spiritual journey, whatever it is. I want to be there to encourage you, to build you, to challenge you, to cheer you on to the finish line. I'm qualified to do this. Why? Because I'm you.
Well, welcome to another edition of the Coach's Corner, and my name is Marcus Sillett. Assuredly, as I approach the microphone today, I have my own set of personal or professional issues, but I like to think that I'm bringing to the table the wisdom that I have pocketed, the wisdom that I have learned, the wisdom that I have embraced as I have journeyed along the path. And I trust that I can earn the right to speak into your life. And today we're going to be talking about trimming your focus and trimming your fat off your dream. Trimming your focus and trimming your fat off the dream. But I always like to start every show by saying thank you so much to those that are listening to us worldwide via the internet, as well as our website, centrally so, www.415-96radio, as well as through the various platforms where SIBN television and radio networks broadcast. Thank you so much for following us on Facebook and on Twitter at Select USA TV. And I appreciate you joining our new website, www.WeSupportSelectUSATV.com. Join free today for a limited time. Let's get to work. Well, another day has dawned, and we are here once again. How are you doing? I trust that all is well. I was having some thoughts about a few things, being a bit overwhelmed as I was trying to connect some secured accounts, encrypted accounts on our We Support SelectUSATV.com website, by which you can now join free of charge for a limited time. Media Club there online. And when you join, you can also upgrade later to become a subscriber or a partner. But it's a place where we, SIBN television and radio, friends and network colleagues and others who want to be trained, who want to share their expertise and so forth and so on. But anyway, I was doing some work over there and began to be overwhelmed. And I could hear my spirit say, just, you're making progress. This is what progress looks like. Progress has a lot of troubleshooting in it. And so when we're trimming our focus, one of the things we have to be watching for is being overwhelmed with our progress. So much overwhelming feelings can come that you begin to believe you're not making strides. See, and then that's when your focus becomes different. DJ, what you working on over there? Come on, let me in on something. You know what I mean? Nothing? Are you serious, DJ? I know you playing. Okay, I know he playing, right? Yeah, I knew he was playing. Talking about nothing. But the thing that I'm saying to y'all is we can get overwhelmed with progress. And that can throw you out of focus. So when you trim your progress, you got a lot for flexibility. You see what I'm saying? You got a lot for flexibility in your schedule as you grow. Because sometimes you feel like, wow, dude, I mean, it can be so overwhelming that you feel like you're not growing, you see. So trimming your focus and the fat, what is the focus? What is the focus? What is the focus that we need to trim? One, we need to make sure that we are not allowing our progress to overwhelm us and throw us out of focus. I was sitting in a class, my guitar class, and the teacher said, always remember, please tune your guitar before you get here. And if you have an acoustic guitar, it's always going to be out of tune most times because of the heat. I thought that was interesting. I was like, okay. So we often have to tune ourselves before we set ourselves to the task. Tune yourself. Another way to trim your focus is to realize that your legacy is not just you. You see what I'm saying? Your legacy is not just you. DJ, what has you got over there? Some spooky stuff? What are you doing? Okay, he trying to express himself, okay? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Bring that on up, D. There it is. Hey, trim your focus and the fat off your dream. Now I can talk, DJ. All right, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so, another way is you're leaving a legacy. It's not just about me, I just, my last child, he has this harrowing view of me as his father. I just, it's hard for me to get it because as much as I think I admired my father, I hated him at the same time. And I don't remember him catering to the son that wants to be like him as I grew up. And, so my son, he's like all over me. It's like, wow, like, dude, I'm like, Dad, I love you, kissing me, hugging me, checking on me. I'm like, I'm not used to all that, because I don't know, the other three kids, they just, I don't know. With this last one, he shows all the love, and he probably shows what was shown to him, but the point of the matter is still not used to it. But I realized that, my focus even is not for me, it's for him, because he's watching me from a vantage point that I can't even imagine right now, and probably will all the way through his life. You just don't never know how somebody's going to look at you and size you up and hold you in their hero's viewpoint. You know what I'm saying? So, when you're trimming your focus, you got to remember your legacy is not just you. You're leaving your legacy for your kids, for your children's kids, and then even neighborhood kids. The neighborhood kids, if your kid is looking up to you, then guess what? He's got the neighborhood kids looking up to you. So when you trim your focus, you know what I'm saying? You want to realize that you're living a legacy. Don't be overwhelmed by your progress. Stay flexible. Keep everything in your life plausible. And know that the dream is not just yours. There's something that you're doing. There's something that you're saying. There's some way that you're living that is for the next generation. It is not just for your generation. It's not just, and even though in our own minds we think we're just doing it to get through, to get by, to build a business, to build, to extend our hobbies, to enjoy ourselves. But there is something that we're doing by divine connection that is for the next generation. It is the seed that goes in the ground to ensure that these next generation of kids and young adults won't be just messing around, but they'll have a solid foundation from which to stand. And out from that foundation extended a hand of technological advancement, if you will, and not be running the streets, pants hanging down, pimping, playing, punking, killing. Trimming the focus means leaving a legacy for the next generation. Transgenerational leadership, transgenerational vision, transgenerational, but day-to-day, moment-to-moment inactivity, with the understanding that I am not the only one here, that someone is coming after me. That's a hard pill to swallow, that my time is limited. I only got a certain window to get these things done here. I don't have time to play games, but I'm going to play the game of life. Trimming your focus. Take a small break. This is the coach. Trimming your focus, getting rid of the hocus pocus, truth from within and not just from without, so that I can live my life without shadows and doubts. Truth that I can understand, truth that I have faith in, because I am ready to grow. And I'm not walking around all my friends and family and acting like I'm the only one that know the path, the way forward, the perfection I aim for and aspire. Trust me, perfection sometimes is just a desire. Whatever you do, you always have to also trim the fat, because there are some parts of my dream that just not real, and parts of my tactics that just don't appeal. Trimming the focus and the fat is what I need to do as I move through the journey of my life. From hell's fire, I will come through. Because you know what? The fat of my dream is not the things that are necessarily good. Yeah, I got some fat on mine, baby. Things that I wish I could. Let's just be honest and call it for what a T.I. is. Everything about our lives is not perfectly, wishfully clean. But trimming your focus and trimming your fat. Trim your focus and trim the fat off your dream to ensure you're not walking around just being hefty and mean to your friends, mean to your colleagues, coarse, rash at best. And then when it comes your turn to take out what all you done dished out, you can't even pass the test. Yeah, trimming the focus and the fat. Making sure that you're able to pass on the legacy to someone else, because really, truly, and honestly, it wasn't my dream anyway. I was just a facilitator, a custodian of a portion. And may I carry, speak, live that portion well, so that others through the generations can tell. My dad, my uncle, my friend, my neighbor, my teacher, they were the ones responsible for pointing me into the direction of being able to use my talents strategically and tactfully And I know that I'm not just talented, but that I am also becoming more and more skilled in the technological advances of my time. And I will not be left behind. Trimming the focus and the fat means that I must get up off the couch and work when I don't even feel like it. Taking time to do other things that are not necessarily on my schedule. My son is headed over to Kings Bay, Georgia, hopefully this next couple of weeks. If you're listening on demand, that means he's already gone to come back. But he's headed for the submarine training on the naval base there in Kings Bay. 14 years old, getting exposed to the world, trimming his focus. And he barely has any fat on his, because right now I'm painting the picture for him of how to imagine, how to move into a multiplex of options that will allow him to choose or have a journey worth celebrating. It's Coach. Small break. You know, we have to surround ourselves, trimming the focus, talking about that, trimming the fat, with people sometimes that we may not be comfortable with. Not for any immoral, unethical reason, but just because, you know. And they may offer some advice and some things that you never thought about. You know, I was telling my son that, you know, one of your options could be military academy. You don't have to necessarily go to a regular HBCU or, you know, such and such college. You could get a scholarship at a military academy. I mean, how about that? How about going to West Point? I need some help right there. Another thing I like about trimming your focus and the fat off your drain, you gotta try to. I'm learning how to flow. You gotta flow. You gotta flow in your things. You know, you gotta flow. I mean, some of us are hardcore. And for instance, I was doing something and I was like, okay, I need this for this. I need this for this. And then when I rethought it, I said, no, I'm gonna try it over here, just by happen chance in my mind anyway. And then once I used it over to the left, and I thought I was buying it for the right, it ended up working out best for the left and not for the right at all. I'm like, how does that happen? You know what I'm saying? Because oftentimes when you focus, the things that you don't intend consciously were already set as intentions in your subconscious. And so there's something in you, and that doesn't mean you're not being guided too. You got that divine guidance, you got that divine connection that enables your focus to have a duality, that it's not just what's on your mind and in your mind right this moment that makes your grind sure and your foundation sure, but it is also what is in your subconscious, the authenticity of your belief system being upgraded, the authenticity of you accepting the truth about your own weaknesses and your own problems and issues. And from that authenticity and integrity comes access to parts of yourself that perhaps before the integrity and before the authenticity, you were locked out of yourself and you couldn't trim your focus. See, now you can trim your focus because you know you're weak. I got weak areas. I got problems. I got issues. And so you trim the focus by working on your own issues. You trim the fat by stop daydreaming, stop trying to make the dream bigger than what it is. It's already big, but then you exploit one little aspect because you get comfortable with a certain aspect of the dream, and now you want to forget and negate everything else and focus on that one thing. And that's not the purpose of the dream. The dream was a wholehearted dream. For instance, my training with my AV training with the kids, I look back at it and I'm saying to myself, out of about 700 videos, you would think that my phone would be ringing off the hook to do video editing and do video production and do live streaming, you know what I'm saying? And it ends up being the classes that take off more than the production. See, the problem with our focus is that we gravitate to what we're comfortable with, and we try to hang out with that rather than eat the whole pie and then find out later on we've gravitated to only what we're comfortable with, that we're now unfocused or we need to refocus because we slipped back into pretentiousness. We only sat, fellowship, only shook hands with what we knew, what we were comfortable with. And really, that's understated. I don't know. Some people I have found that to be true in my own life, where you just gravitate toward something in the dream that is not necessarily the dream. And we all could be working on just various components that really... They all really could just, I always say they could be just a test. All this whole thing could be a test. And then all of a sudden, at the last 10 years, 20 years of your life, by some divine source or awakening, you could write one book or do one movie, or I don't know. And all of this prep would have been for that one thing that catapults you to something you've never imagined. When you think you can't grow. Say that again. When you think then you can't grow. You can't have control and growth at the same time. You have to have control or growth, but you can't have them both. Rewind this and play that one more time. It's amazing, and we have components of our focus that we got to start enjoying. It's when you see something working, work it, is my point. It's going to have some inflections. It's going to have some tones that may not be comfortable or whatever, but if you see it working, work it. Because that means the focus is coming, and the focus is clearer, sharper. We took some teenagers down to start their own radio show and on the mobile studio. And by the way, we need a new nice mobile mixer. So if you're out there and you decide, I'm talking about we need something nice, okay? We got one, but we need a nice new mobile mixer with the what do you call it? The I/O connects to the internet. So the new mixers now, they got one that will connect through the through USB connectivity. So anyway, we took the teens out for the training, and you can listen to their show there on our platform, the Truth and Law Show. Teenagers wanted to get together and wanted to be trained to do their own show. And we let all the mistakes, some of the mistakes, technical stuff, it's real. I mean, it's actually real stuff. It's not, I can't prevent, on a mobile studio, we can't prevent everything, So part of that training is troubleshooting. But the point of the matter is, we took them on out, let them sit back and let them do their thing. Well-spoken, well-mannered kids. And they already did 3 or 4 interviews. I already did 2 or 3. I mean, I'm just saying. We got to relax. It's hard. Our dreams make us very tense. Hence, we tend to want to just do this, go to the fat of a dream. it's intense. It's it's intense. I won't take that away from the whole situation, the dreaming, the entrepreneurship, the designing. But once momentum has taken place, you know what I say about momentum. On the wings of momentum are all the resources that we need. When you trim your focus, I want you to think about this. Why don't we quit? We don't quit because it would take too much more momentum building to get to where we are right now. And at our age, ain't no guarantee, okay? Because you ever had one of them days when you just tired? I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to do nothing. You find yourself doing something anyway, but I mean, you just have that feeling that comes over you, like, don't bother me, you know. But the point of the matter is, trim where you can, burn fat where you can, and relax. It's the coach. Come back in a few minutes, wrap things up. Holla. So we're facilitating the kids, the teenagers program, Truth and Law. Y'all check it out. The Truth and Law Show. Kind of unique title. They came up with it, not me. We did a few photo shoots. Going to get them some more photo shoots. Got to get all that promo work ready and all that kind of stuff, man. But y'all support the young folks, man, because this is part of our focus. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't about you. Everything isn't about me. Now, the Christian community got this saying, it's not about you, it's about Jesus. I don't agree with that. Everything that Jesus did was about us. And we're so busy giving him praise that we can't even compliment one another no more. I'm gonna keep the American. I told you the American Christian community has got some psycho issues. Okay, it's not about us. It's about him. Oh, he said we are workmen together. We're workmen together, man. He did all this for us. And we're so busy giving God praise that we can't even compliment one another no more. We done went too far up. Bring yourself right back down and give your brother and sister some praise. You know what I'm saying? Give your kids some praise. We can't do it. We give our, it made me feel so good to see those teenagers. And listen, they don't need you to teach them over them like in school. Facilitate, guide the energy, guide the synergy, guide them. Guide them, guide. Train and guide, not necessarily teach. Teach is indirectly. You're teaching them skills and, whatnot, but guide quietly, stand back, let their personality emerge, let them, and then watch and see where you could put, you see what I'm saying? What efforts, where, and compliment and praise them, see? Because it is about you. That's the whole reason why Christianity really exists, is because it is about you. Because once you realize it's about you, then you can realize it's about somebody else. You see. But we got this cycle. We got some issues in the church, man. I'm thinking about doing a new series, Why People Are Leaving the Church. Y'all tell me what y'all think. And I'm not talking about the church, the ecclesia. See, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the building. I got to get ready to get out of here. Y'all ain't ready for that. Hey, that's going to be airing on the Morning Bread Show when we do it. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think. I'm sorry, but I got to speak the truth. I've been in it 40 years, so I know what I'm talking about, man. This is the coach. Until next time, man, whatever you do, man, take care of yourself. I got to get ready to go. Don't I got to get ready? I got to go. Yeah, man. My time is gone. Right? He looking at me like I got some more time. I ain't got no more time, man. I wish I had more time. So, man, whatever you do, follow us on Twitter, man, on Facebook if you can, man. We appreciate everything that you guys are doing. Don't forget now, we got a new website, the Media Club. You can join worldwide. We already had somebody join from London, man. Thank you so very much, Vernon. Shout out to Vernon Morgan over in London, England, man, for joining our Media Club, man. www. We support Select USA TV. That's the new website. Just go ahead on and join it, man. It's free of charge. You know what I'm saying? And when you join now, you got to bring something to the table. You can't just be sitting on the rows, man. It's the coach, man. Much love to you. Whatever you do, take care of yourself.